Often, well-known works are adapted. A quote, for example, can be utilized in varied ways from different sources for different endeavors, but can be similar in content. For example, the quotes "Magic Mirror" and "Mirror, Mirror" are actually found in Disney as far back as 1937 in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. The evil queen implores, "Magic mirror on the wall." Or as perhaps the more common quote, "Mirror, mirror on the wall," is what many of the Mandela effect believers think it has always been. But that isn't entirely true. Mirror, mirror was first promulgated by a relatively not so well-known fact, the Brothers Grimm, as seen here. Also, looking glass on the wall was yet another variation from different publication years. It doesn't stop there, though. As stated, Disney themselves actually contributed to this crisscrossed memory, as well as other publishers. They totally had a hand in propagating the quote, "Mirror, mirror," as seen here in this video, in a 1973 Walt Disney publication of Snow White. Here are some scans of another Disney publication as far back as 1952, showing "Mirror, mirror." Also, scans of another publisher in 1953 of Snow White utilizing "Mirror, mirror." In 1985, for example, "Magic Mirror" can be seen again in Disney publications just like the original 1937 version. For many of the Disney Snow White publications, "Mirror, mirror" was used in place of the original quote. But now the original "Magic Mirror" quote is what populates most publications. Not only does this show Disney simply decided to switch between the two, not a magical reality switch, but as I talked about earlier, the use of archival evidence is a fallacy. If reality is considered shifted, there can exist no so-called residual evidence of anything but the current reality. This apparent matter of the quote magically changing is actually just mass confusion. Not only was "Mirror, mirror" used by Disney, but suggestibility perpetually shadowed our memories by parallel, similar work and original source of this quote, the Brothers Grimm. Even if you did not have experience with Brothers Grimm, the quote still follows you culturally. Those who did know reiterated, told by previous generations, by those previous generations, and so on. Row in the text change by the hand of the creator and publishing of the book, namely Disney, as well as other publishers contributing to the confusion, and they all donate to this jumbled memory. Disney used "Magic Mirror" originally and for a period of time switched to "Mirror, mirror," then resorted back to the original for most of its existence. That is the reason people are recollecting "Mirror, mirror." Why is this such a big deal? Why the dramatic shock, a change in the print? Some publications used "Mirror, mirror," while it must be metaphysical magic.